Good morning students, welcome to today's maths class. Today let's revise chapter 5 natural numbers and whole numbers. Okay, so natural numbers are those numbers which we can use for counting. Okay, natural numbers are used for counting purpose. Natural number starts from 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 etc. These are called natural numbers. Okay, now whole numbers. Coming to whole numbers, the natural numbers along with the 0 form a collection of whole numbers. So whole number, it starts from 0 onwards. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 etc. These are called the whole numbers. Now we studied the properties of whole numbers. Okay, properties, 6 properties we studied: closure property, commutative property, associative property, distributive property, identity and inverse. Okay, so for addition, what is closure property? Addition of whole number. What closure property? According to this property, if x and y are two numbers, then x plus y is also a whole number. Okay, if we add two whole numbers, their sum is also a whole number. That is closure property for addition of whole numbers. Okay. Now second property, commutative property or commutativity. So according to this property, if x and y are two whole numbers, then x plus y equal to y plus x. Okay, so the sum of two whole numbers will remain the same even if you change the order of addition. Okay, 4 plus 3, 4 and 3, if you are taking two whole numbers 4 and 3, 4 plus 3 you will get 7, 3 plus 4 also you will get 7, that is 4 plus 3 equal to 3 plus 4. Okay, this is commutative property. Now third one, associative property or associativity. So according to this property, we are taking three whole numbers x, y and z. X plus y plus z will be equal to x plus y plus z. Okay, so whatever be the order of the addition, the sum remains the same. That is associative property. If you are taking three whole numbers 3, 5 and 6, 3 plus 5 plus 6. So first we are finding the sum of 5 plus 6. Okay, 3 plus 11. You will get the answer 14. Then 3 plus 5 plus 6. So first here we are finding 3 plus 5. Sum of 3 and 5 we are finding first. That is 8 plus 6 also you will get 40. Okay. So 3 plus 5 plus 6 in bracket will be equal to 3 plus 5 in bracket plus 6. This is associative property. Okay. Now fourth one, existence of identity or additive identity. So for any whole number x, x plus 0 equal to x and 0 plus x equal to x. That is x plus 0 equal to 0 plus x. So for in case of addition of whole number, 0 is called the additive identity or identity element for addition, because 0 plus any whole number you will get that whole number itself. Okay, that's why 0 is called the additive identity or identity element for addition. So if you are taking for whole number 8, 8 plus 0 you will get 8, 0 plus 8 also you will get 8. That is 8 plus 0 equal to 0 plus 8. Okay. Now fifth property, it is additive inverse. If the sum of two whole numbers is 0, then we can say the two numbers are called additive inverse of each other. Okay. If the sum of two whole number is 0, then only we can say the two numbers are additive inverse of each other. So for any whole number x, x plus minus x, you will get a 0. Okay, but this minus x will be the additive inverse of x if and only if minus x is also a whole number. Okay, x plus minus x ആണ് നമുക്ക് 0 കിട്ടുക. ഏതൊരു ഹോൾ നമ്പർ എടുത്താലും അതിൻ്റെ നെഗറ്റീവ് ആഡ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോഴാണ് നമുക്ക് 0 കിട്ടുക. ബട്ട് ഈ മൈനസ് എക്സ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് എക്സിൻ്റെ അഡിറ്റീവ് ഇൻവേഴ്സ് ആവണമെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ മൈനസ് എക്സും ഒരു ഹോൾ നമ്പർ ആയിരിക്കണം. Okay, then only we can say minus x is an additive inverse of x. Okay, let us take a 5. In case of 5 plus minus 5 you will get 0. But minus 5 will be the additive inverse of 5 if and only if minus 5 is also a whole number. Okay, minus 5 into whole additive inverse ആവണമെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ -5 ഒരു whole number ആവണം. But minus 5, it is not a whole number. So what we can say, minus 5 is not the additive inverse of 5. Okay, minus 5 ഒരു whole number അല്ലാത്തത് കൊണ്ട് minus 5 5ൻ്റെ additive inverse ആവുന്നില്ല. Okay, next sixth law, cancellation law of addition. So if x, y and z are three whole numbers, then x plus y equal to x plus z. Okay, implies this both sides you can see x. So that x you can cancel and you will get y equal to z. Okay, if the same number is coming on both the sides, means you can cancel that. That is cancellation law of addition. Okay. Next, let's discuss properties for subtraction on whole numbers. So first one, closure property. If x and y are two whole numbers, then x minus y is not necessarily a whole number. Okay, if you are taking two whole numbers x and y, now x minus y, we are finding x minus y. It is not always a whole number. Okay, let us take one example. If x equal to 8 and y equal to 3, then if you are finding x minus y, you will get 8 minus 3 equal to 5, which is a whole number. Okay, but let us take another example. X equal to 15 and y equal to 18. In this case, if you are finding x minus y, what you will get? 15 minus 18, which is equal to minus 3. But minus 3 is not a whole number. Okay, so what we can say, the whole numbers are not closed for subtraction. Okay, second one, commutative property. So according to this property, if x and y are two whole numbers, x minus y not equal to y minus x. In case of subtraction of two whole numbers is not commutative. If you change the order, you will not get the same answer. Okay, now third one, it is associative property. So for any three whole numbers x, y and z, x minus y minus z not equal to x minus y minus z. That is, subtraction of whole number does not satisfy associativity. Okay, so in case of subtraction of whole number, it is not associative also. X minus y minus z will not be equal to x minus y minus z. Okay. Fourth property, distributive property. For any three whole numbers x, y and z, x into y minus z. Okay, we are distributing this x to all the terms inside the bracket. X we are multiplying by y, then minus x we are multiplying by z. Okay, x into y minus z will be equal to x into y minus x into z and y minus z into x. Here also you can do the same, x into y or y into x minus z into x. This is distributive property. Okay, now fifth one, existence of identity. For any whole number x, x minus 0 equal to x, but 0 minus x not equal to x. That is subtraction. For subtraction, no identity number exists. Okay, in case of subtraction, it has no identity element. Subtraction of whole numbers. X minus 0 you will get x, but 0 minus x you will not get x. That's why. Okay. Sixth one, existence of inverse. Since subtraction does not have any identity number, its inverse also does not exist. Okay, inverse does not exist for subtraction of whole number. Properties for multiplication on whole numbers. Now first property, closure property. So according to this property, if x and y are two whole numbers, then x into y is also a whole number. So if you are multiplying two whole number, the result is also a whole number. That means multiplication of whole number is closed, or whole numbers are closed under multiplication. Okay. Now second property, it is commutative property. If x and y are two whole numbers, then x into y equal to y into x. Okay, so multiplication of whole number is commutative. If you change the order, then also you will get the same result. Okay, if you are taking one example 4 and 5, we are taking two whole number 4 and 5. 4 into 5 you will get 20. 5 into 4 also you will get 20. That is 4 into 5 equal to 5 into 4, which implies commutative property of whole numbers. Okay. Third one, associative property. For any three whole numbers x, y and z, x into y into z will be equal to x into y into z. That is, multiplication of whole number is associative also. Okay, if you change the, in whatever order you take the numbers, the result will be the same. Okay, x into y into z. First you are finding y into z. Then you are multiplying this result by x. Okay, that answer will be the same as x into y. If you are first multiplying x into y and that result into z you are doing. Okay, both answers you will get the same only. If you are taking one example 4, 8 and 10. 4 into 8 into 10. What you will get? 4 into 80, that is 320. Now if you are doing like this, 4 into 8 into 10, that is 4 into 8 first you are doing. 32 into 10 also you will get a 320. Okay, so in whatever order you take the numbers, the result will be the same. Okay, fourth one, distributive property. For any three whole numbers x, y and z, x into y plus z will be equal to, you can distribute this x to all the terms inside the bracket, x into y plus x into z. That is, multiplication of whole number is distributive over their addition. Okay. Similarly, the multiplication of whole number is also distributive over their subtraction also. X into y minus z. What you will get? X into y minus x into z. Okay, and y minus z into x. Y into x minus z into x. This is distributive of multiplication of whole number over their subtraction. Okay. Fifth one, existence of identity. So for any whole number x, x into 1 equal to x, 1 into x is also equal to x. That is, x into 1 equal to 1 into x. Okay, if you are multiplying any whole number by 1, you will get that whole number itself. Okay, so what we can say, 1 is called the multiplicative identity or identity element for multiplication. Okay, if you are taking for whole number 9, 9 into 1 you will get 9, 1 into 9 is also 9. Okay, so identity element for multiplication is 1. Now sixth property, multiplicative inverse. So if x is any whole number, then its multiplicative inverse will be 1 by x. So if we multiply x and 1 by x, that is x into 1 by x, you will get 1. That is multiplicative identity. But this 1 by x is a whole number when x equal to 1. Only when x equal to 1. Okay, x into 1 by x നമുക്ക് 1 കിട്ടുന്നുണ്ട്. That is multiplicative identity. But ഈ 1 by x എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഹോൾ നമ്പർ ആവണമെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ എക്സിൻ്റെ വാല്യൂ 1 തന്നെ ആയിരിക്കണം. ഓക്കെ, ഫോർ ഓൾ അതർ വാല്യൂസ് എക്സ് 1 by x is not a whole number. 1 അല്ലാതെ വേറെ ഏത് വാല്യൂ എടുത്താലും എക്സിന്, വേറെ ഏത് വാല്യൂ വേറെ ഏത് ഹോൾ നമ്പർ എടുത്താലും 1 by x എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഹോൾ നമ്പർ ആവില്ല. സോ വാട്ട് വി ക്യാൻ സേ, for any whole number x not equal to 1, its multiplicative inverse does not exist. 1 ഒഴികെ വേറെ ഏത് ഹോൾ നമ്പർ എടുത്താലും അതിന് മൾട്ടിപ്ലിക്കേറ്റീവ് ഇൻവേഴ്സ് ഇല്ല എന്ന് പറയാം, എക്സിസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല. ഓക്കെ, സെവൻത്ത് വൺ, ക്യാൻസലേഷൻ ലോ ഓഫ് മൾട്ടിപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ. So if x, y and z are three non-zero whole numbers, then x into y equal to x into z implies in both sides x whole number x is coming, so that you can cancel. Okay, so you will get y equal to z. This is cancellation law of multiplication. Next, properties for division on whole numbers. First one, closure property. If x and y are two whole number, then x division y is not necessarily a whole number. Okay, so if we are taking two whole numbers, x and y, x division y is not always a whole number. For example, let us take 5 and 8. 5 divided by 8 is not a whole number. Okay, that is closure property does not exist for division of whole numbers. Division of whole numbers is not closed, we can say. Okay. Second one, commutative property. So division of whole number is not commutative. If x and y are two whole numbers, then x division y not equal to y division x. Okay. Third one, associative property. Division of whole number is not associative. That is, x division y division z is not equal to x division y division z. Okay. Fourth one, existence of identity. Existent identity element does not exist for division of whole number. Similarly, fifth property, existence of inverse. Inverse for division of whole number also does not exist. Next are matchstick patterns. So let us take this example. Here you can see one matchstick pattern. Okay. Now figure number, this is figure 1, figure 2, figure 3, figure 4. Figure number, let us write, denote by the letter n, small letter n, and number of matchsticks used in each pattern. Let us denote it by using capital letter M. Okay, n means figure number and capital M means it is number of matchsticks used in each figure. Okay, so first figure, number of matchsticks used is 4. You can count 1, 2, 3, 4. Second figure, number of matchsticks used is 7. In third figure, number of matchsticks used is 10. Fourth figure, it is 30. Now you have to write this M in terms of n. Number of matchsticks you have to write in terms of figure number. Okay, how you can write? First you find this pattern, 4 plus 3, 7. 7 plus 3 you will get 10. 10 plus 3 you will get 30. Okay, first you have to draw a box like this. Then you have to find this 4 plus 3. This pattern, how this pattern, number of matchstick pattern is formed. 4 plus 3, 7, 7 plus 3, 10, 10 plus 3, 13. Like that you have to find. Next what to do is, figure number you have to multiply this row by this 3. Okay, 3. So it will be 3n. 3 into 1, 3 into 2, 3 into 3, 3 into 4, etc. Okay, so you have to multiply this n by 3. So that will be n into 3, it is 3n you can write. Now 3n. So first row it will be 3n. 3 into 1, 3, 3 into 2, 6, 3 into 3, 9, 3 into 4, 12. Second row you can write m as it is. The same you can write. Okay, as given in the first box. 4, 7, 10 and 13 itself you can write in the second box also. Okay, now you can compare 3n and m. 3 plus 1 you will get 4. 6 plus 1 you will get 7. 9 plus 1 you will get 10. 12 plus 1, 13. So 3n plus 1 you will get m. Okay, so you can write like this, m in terms of n. That is m equal to 3n plus 1. Okay, so this equation m equal to 3n plus 1 you can use to find any number of matchsticks used for any figure. Okay, for 10th figure, for figure 10, how many matchstick will be used? You can use this equation. 10th figure n will be equal to 10. Okay, 10th figure ne n inde value എന്തായിരിക്കും 10 ആയിരിക്കും. അപ്പോൾ അതിൽ എത്ര മാച്ച്സ്റ്റിക് ആണ് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നതെന്നുള്ളത് ഈ ഇക്വേഷൻ യൂസ് ചെയ്ത് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് കണ്ടുപിടിക്കാം. എന്നിൻ്റെ വാല്യൂ 10 സബ്സ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്താൽ. ഫോർ 10th ഫിഗർ ഇറ്റ് വിൽ ബി 3 into 10 plus 1. 3n plus 1ൽ എന്നിന് പകരം 10 സബ്സ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്തു. 3 into 10 plus 1 that is 30 plus 1, 31 matchsticks will be used. Okay, similarly for 100th figure, how many matchstick will be used? In place of n you can substitute 100. n 100th figure, for 100th figure n, figure number n will be equal to 100. Okay, so 3n plus 1, m equal to 3n plus 1, that is our equation. So 3 into 100 plus 1, that is 300 1 matchsticks will be used in 100th figure. Okay.